Representative Vail.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. If I may, through you, a few questions for the proponent of the bill.
Please proceed, sir.
How would this bill work in conjunction with municipal noise ordinances?
Representative
Mr.
Albus.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Through you, there are specific ordinances that municipalities are allowed to enact concerning noisemakers. So they would be, in effect, separate from a municipal noise ordinance. Through you, Mr. Speaker.
Representative Vail.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And through you, which one would hold precedent, or has that not yet been determined?
Representative Albus.
Through you, Mr. Speaker, the precedent would be held by the ordinance specific to the noisemaker. Through you.
Representative Vail.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And does any complaint about a violation of using the corn cannons trigger an investigation by the Department of Agriculture?
Representative Albus.
Through you, Mr. Speaker, could the good gentleman please repeat his question? I didn't quite hear it.
Representative Vail.
Does any complaint by the neighbors trigger an investigation with the Department of Agriculture? Through you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Representative Albus.
Yes, through you, Mr. Speaker. Yes, that is correct. If a complaint is made to the Commissioner of Agriculture, then the Commissioner has to determine if there is undue nuisance to the neighborhood as pursuant to that complaint. Through you, Mr. Speaker.
Representative Vail.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And through you, does the Department of Agriculture have to inform the farmer prior to going out and viewing the activities on the farm? Through you, Mr. Speaker.
Representative Albus.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Through you, it is my understanding that no, that they do not have to inform that they are going out to investigate. Once they receive a complaint, they are able to go out and do their investigation. Through you.
Representative Vail.
Is there an appeals process in place if the farmer has his permit revoked? Through you, Mr. Speaker.
Representative Albus.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Yes, through you, there is an appeals process. If the farmer feels as though his permit was revoked in error, then he can appeal to the Commissioner, and there would be a hearing process to determine that appeal. Through you.
Representative Vail.
And during the appeals process, would their permit be valid or invalid? Through you, Mr. Speaker.
Representative Albus.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Through you, the permit would be invalid through that hearing process until the determination is made.
Representative Vail.
And is there a time frame in which the decision must be made on the appeal? Through you, Mr. Speaker.
Representative Albus.
Yes, through you, Mr. Speaker. The hearing must be made within 15 days. Through you.
Representative Vail.
And thank you, Mr. Speaker. And through you, if that violation is upheld, what is the punishment or the what happens then? Through you, Mr. Speaker.
Representative Albus.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Through you, if the hearing or if the appeal is upheld, then the farmer would regain their permit. If the appeal is denied, then the farmer would not be able to use that noisemaker from there forward. Through you.
Representative Vail.
Thank you. And if the permit were revoked, would they be allowed to reapply for a permit the following year when that 12-month period is over? Through you, Mr. Speaker.
Representative Albus.
Through you, Mr. Speaker, my understanding is that they would have an opportunity to reapply. Through you.
Representative Vail.
And I'd like to thank the representative for his answers, and thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, sir.